the NFL and NBA reporter for USA Today. Of course, we'll talk football with him, but he will join us at the bottom of the hour. And quickly, before we get into our topic, Ephraim, I've got the on the NBA channel, NBA TV. They've got game one of the 2001 NBA Finals, Lakers-Sixers, where the Lakers lost that first game and then won 4-1. Shaq, Kobe, Allen Iverson.
That's on right now?
Greats play. Yes. And what's hitting me is it looks like a different game to some degree. It looks so much more physical. And I don't mean, because obviously that's not the 80s and 90s, you know what I mean, where they were hammering guys. But the fact that the paint is so clogged up, I mean, you've got 3 guys in the paint from each team. And, that's always what I say is you hear teams talk today about, well, they don't even want one guy posting up. Oh, he'll clog up the lane. And I'm like, man, back in the day, when you drove to the bucket, it was going to be 6 or 7 people in there in the paint, right? And you had to know how to finish. And it's just really interesting. But I'm telling you, it looks almost like a completely different game. Guys from today, particularly the analytics crew, they would say that their floor spacing is horrendous because they're not all spread out along the 3-point line. It's very interesting just to watch the difference.
Yeah, I'm watching it now, and
doesn't it? Am I wrong?
No, I got a tear in my eye. It's like, it's so funny because guys would drive to the basket and actually attempt a layup, opposed to now when someone drives to the basket, they catapult the ball out 25 feet behind the line, and it's just. Man, Shaq was big. Oof, good Lord. It just, you can break somebody down off the dribble. Nowadays, the mentality is you break somebody down, get to the rim, and look for the 3. You look for the kick out.
Right.
We've seen guys wide open for a layup. All they got to do is just fillet the ball over the rim.
Yep.
And they won't even look at the rim. They'll jump in the air, completely look out, and see who's open at the 3-point line. That part of the game, I don't agree with. You get your bucket.
And you know where it came from, because this is 2001. And then a few years later, we began losing in international play. Or even before this, remember, I think it was the 2000 Olympics when Lithuania almost upset like Vince Carter, Kevin Garnett, Gary Payton, all those guys. It was because we were trading 2 points for 3 points. Obviously, our team was much more talented, but these lesser talented teams doing what you're talking about, driving to the hole and kicking out to a large degree, they were killing us from 3. And eventually they started beating us. And so the NBA has adopted a lot of that. And I just always think it's better with a mix, Ephraim. Like, you see guys here shooting mid-range shots, setting up to get mid-range shots, and you have some analytics and some team people that don't even want a mid-range jumper. And I always say, well, hold up. A lot of the most successful teams recently,
today,
Golden State, who shoots a lot of threes, but with Durant, they were shooting a lot of mid-range jump shots. Phoenix. These are teams that shoot with Jamal Murray.
Right.
Mid-range jumper.
Because it's wide open every time.
Yep. Especially today. You're right.
It's wide open every time. Nobody's guarding the mid-range.
To you.
They will run you off the 3-point line and give you the mid-range jumper no one is taking. DeMar DeRozan is one of the top players in the league because of the mid-range jump shot.
Yep. And look, when they're healthy, the Clippers are tough to deal with. Kawhi,
Paul George, mid-range, because you're so teams don't want you to shoot the 3. So when they break down on you, when they cover, they're out of position. They're just covering for you. They'll run you off, run them off the line. You will hear that. Run them off the line. So you run them off the line. You take one dribble, free throw line extended, 15-footer, wide open. No hand in your face, no anything.
Yep. And they want to, because they want to stop you from the three, like you said.
That's it.
And also from a layup or dunk.
And nobody teaches mid-range.
So you're getting that whole mid-range.
So kids are coming into the league without a mid-range jump shot.
Right.
It used to be they came to the league without a three-point shot.
Yep.
Now they're coming into the league without a mid-range jump shot.
And you know what I say is you can work on both.
Both.
And I say this to big men. Like, look, just because, yes, today you're going to want to learn how to shoot the three and step out and shoot jumpers as a big if you're growing up, that doesn't mean you can't also develop a nice post game. You can do both.
Post game, the lost art of scoring the basketball from 5 feet out.
Yep.
The lost art.
And look who knows how to do that. All that, Nikola Jokic.
He knows
that got him.
That's how you train.
Yep.
That's how I train my kids.
All right, let's go to football. I got this one's interesting. I don't know if you heard about this situation. Okay. Mekhi Becton, the lineman, offensive lineman for the Jets, very highly touted, but's been injured about 2 years. Is back playing, but he's got a knee injury and he's coming back, but he's sitting out a little bit. He was talking about being excited about playing in this Hall of Fame game last night, exhibition. And he was supposed to play 20 to 25 plays. Well, after 7 plays, he didn't like playing on the AstroTurf with his, knee, and he took himself out. He says, I'm all good. I just didn't like the turf. And Robert Saleh said it's about confidence. So Saleh said he's basically good too, physically. Here's Mekhi Becton explaining.
Isn't friendly for people of my size and my type of injury. So yeah, I was feeling it in warm up. So I just pulled myself a little early. I'm good though. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
Now he was not saying it's not friendly. He meant the turf. Bart Scott, and I was just driving into New York to do First Things First, and I'm listening to the radio, and I heard Bart Scott go off, former NFL linebacker, go off on Becton, talking about, he needs to be out. If it's not structurally damaged, he needs to be out there playing through the pain. Here's Bart Scott talking.
See, at some point, you got to be able to push through uncomfortability. Like we need to evaluate. Like, because you're having these concerns and you're not full go and you're not confident in your knee, I can't in good faith consider you a starter. Do you have the mental toughness to fight through injury? Dwayne Brown played last year with 2 torn rotator cuffs.
Yeah.
Like, some people just built different. Football is about managing pain. Nobody's healthy. Everybody's uncomfortable. Those who are willing to play and block it out go on consecutive streaks, like 11 years in a row. Ever since his rookie year, he's always not shown the toughness that I wanted. Like, I'm going to play through it. Like, it's been 600 days, bro. Like, it's been 600 days. Listen, it's $100 million out there for guys that's your size that can play well. Now, I don't care how bad my damn knee hurt. As long as it's structurally together, who cares if it's painful, if it aches?
Well, Ephraim, your thoughts?
First off, everybody built different. And I've come back from knee surgery too early, probably. Well, yeah, it was 11 days after I had surgery, so yeah, I would say that was...
What, 11 days after surgery?
I'm built different. It just,
this been 691 for Mekhi Becton.
Yeah, at that point, you just got to go, brother. You got to go. And the only way you can build confidence in your knee is to play through it, right? Play through it. He was playing well from what I saw. And so... Yeah,
he was blocking on that 57-yard touchdown.
Yeah, he played well.
Or pass, not touchdown.
But he needs to be able to mentally get himself together and ready to go. Because if you can't do that, you'll always have something in the back of your mind saying, oh no, whoa, look at this grass. This is loose grass out here. Oh, this turf don't, right? You can trick yourself into thinking something isn't safe. It happens all the time. You got to coming back from injury is, or especially multiple injuries, it's tough. It's tough. It's psychological. That's the war. It's not the physical aspect of it. It's the psychological approach to it. And so, and unless he's ready to make that step, then it's going. We'll see this again.
Well, and the Jets don't play on real grass.
Very, very few people do.
Right. So
very few people do. I
mean,
think is a shame, but that's a whole nother topic.
Right. I've been saying that for years. I wish they'd all go to grass. You know that.
Yeah, they have the money to do it.
Yep.
Whether it's indoors or outdoors.
Yep.
You just have to have the ability or the want to pay to have the grass taken care of.
No doubt.
It's crazy.
No doubt. But look, Robert Saleh, as I said, his quote kind of backs up what you and Bart Scott. I think you guys are kind of on the same page. It backs up what you said. Saleh said this: he's fine. It's just, again, he's got to build confidence in that knee and be able to push through whatever he might be feeling. So structurally, it seems fine. And obviously, if the structure of your knee is compromised, that's a whole nother story. But if it's fine and it's just sore and you have to play through it, then like you said, he got to play through it. And go ahead.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, hey man, football is hard. It's hard. It's glamorous. It's exciting. You bet on it, all of that. But the bottom line is hard.
Yeah.
Don't you think everybody on the planet Earth would be wanting to be a professional football player? It's not just a physical aspect. Once you get there, everybody's big, everybody's strong, everybody's fast. It's your mental approach and your mental capabilities that'll get you to the league and keep you in the league. I wasn't the biggest or the strongest by any stretch of the imagination, but I was able to start over 100 and however many games.
There it is.
Because I was mentally tougher than a lot of my peers or, even my opponents. It's just you got to take a different approach to it.